am Jill Blue, and I have the privilege of sharing the startup history of AHA. Kathy Barnes, our original principal, wanted so much to be here with us tonight and share this history with you, but she's traveling to her son Stephen's graduation from West Point. Covenant Church's founding pastors, Mike and Kathy Hayes, dreamed for years of the day when we would open a Christian school on Covenant's campus. In January 1997, after forming a school board, writing a mission statement, and hiring a principal, we opened enrollment for American Heritage Academy. Our offices were located in a portable building on the east side of the church. We had a 3D architectural video of the future school building, a brochure, a framed artist rendering of the building, lots of enthusiasm, and a belief that God was going to do something wonderful here. We interviewed hundreds of people and found the perfect ones to begin this adventure. They were called upon to be like the childhood character Gumby and be more flexible than they could have imagined possible. We prayed for the right staff and the right families to come from the north and the south, the east and the west, and they did. Before school began, we took the entire AHA staff on a retreat for 2 days. We completed a ropes course, learning to trust each other while scaling the wall, riding the zip line, falling backwards into each other's arms, doing the spider web, and praying together. Then, August 13, 1997, we began school with 236 students in pre-kindergarten 3, that's 3-year-olds, through 8th grade. We used almost every room that was not a church office or a restroom as a classroom. We had 2nd grade in the infant nursery where they put their backpacks in the stacking baby beds. We made the children's ministry resource room into our library. We used the prayer room for 2 classrooms, dividing it with an accordion divider. We served lunch and had after school in the narthex. Yes, the beautiful narthex. I have to tell you a funny story about using that area. On either the first or second day of school, Kathy Barnes and I rounded the corner from the East Hall into the narthex to see how the after-school program was going. As we did, we saw this little boy on the buffet under Pastor Kathy's picture, applying what looked like lipstick to her lips.
Oh no!
You have to understand, we had just gotten these beautiful portraits of Pastors Mike and Kathy placed in the narthex right before school began. Our hearts leapt into our throats as we ran over to him, demanding what he was doing. With such sincerity, he looked at us and said, "I was just fixing Pastor Kathy. Her lips are always shiny at church and they weren't shining, so I was just sharing my chapstick with her." Luckily for us, chapstick comes off of portraits. We told Pastor Jerry Parsons, who was our direct oversight, but we didn't share it with Pastor Kathy until just a few weeks ago. I know Bishop Joseph Garlington says if it's going to be funny later, it's funny now, but at the time we weren't so sure. Everyone flexed their Gumby muscles, teachers, staff, and maintenance, to make school happen while the construction workers were bringing our building out of the ground. Our classes went over and stretched their hands toward their new school, praying God's blessings on the workers building it. In the fall, before the concrete floor was laid in the chapel, we had the children in the school and the church write their hopes and dreams for the future and tape them to the metal beams. Stephen Barnes wrote that he wanted to attend West Point Academy. That dream resulted from the first chapel that Pastor Mike Hayes had preached, and right now, Stephen is preparing to graduate from West Point and begin serving his country. Many others of those written dreams have come to pass, and some are yet to come to pass. But forever, those hopes and dreams will reside under our beloved chapel. Kathy walked the building daily and toured the teachers numerous times so they could stay encouraged that they would actually have real classrooms the next year. We were blessed to have one of our Covenant Church pastors or a ministry friend speak every week in chapel. In your program, you can read an excerpt from the first chapel which Pastor Mike Hayes preached on August 13, 1997, where he explained what a star is and prophesied over the student body. A tradition we began that day was that our chapel speakers would be prayed over by the children at the end of chapel. This proved to be a blessing for both the children and the speakers. Just months after school opened, several students who attended Covenant Church requested of our administration and school board that we install a high school for the spring semester. Not just any school could have pulled it off, but AHA and our leadership did. We opened a high school 9th through 12th grade with 13 students in one room. You probably want to know what room that was. The only room left available was the bride's room. So we began in January with those 13 and one teacher, Paul Tapper. We called them the Original 13. The one senior, Andy Garcia, wanted to be the seed of what AHA was to be. He left a school where he would have been the valedictorian and came to AHA to become our first valedictorian and graduate. What a great seed he was as he went on to graduate from the University of Texas at Dallas and then Pepperdine with a law degree. He even coached some sports for AHA while he was getting his undergrad degree. Paul Tapper, we could have never pulled off the high school without God adding you to the mix as our secondary dean and fine arts director. So, there you have the first year. The next year, we moved into what most of you know as AHA. Some more of the history and the wonderful administrations that followed are in your program. We have to reiterate what is said in the program concerning those many administrators, teachers, staff, and coaches that have served at AHA. God has graced AHA with many leaders who all added so much to the makeup of our school and to the lives of the students they touched. Although we can't name them all here or the contributions they made, we ask that as you see them after the program ends or you contact them through Facebook or MySpace or some other way, let them know how much you appreciate the sacrifices they made to propel you if you're a student or your child if you're a parent toward the God-given destiny on your life. We believe each of you, administrators, teachers, staff, students, and parents, no matter how long you were here, we're here for a purpose. We pray God's richest blessings on each of you. Thank you for making American Heritage Academy a family. God bless you.